Welcome back. Let's try that again. Welcome back, fellow scrubs. This is Mark D. Wiz. We're back with more Pocket Fighter EX. Yeah, let's see. There, you should be able to see everything alright. So what we have here, if you saw the post about it, this is our new roadmap, and I can now actually talk about having GGPO. So, we were in talks. Oh, hold on. I forgot my chat here. Said something. I apologize. I didn't see it. There we go. Stream chat's up. You can go ahead and yell at me now. Hey! What's up, nothings? Or nothing X's. I know you hate it when I call you nothings. Alright, so we can talk about GGPO. We were actually behind the scenes arranging to get the resources and all that together to buy the license and do all this stuff. But they have just kind of over the past week, they've gone free. So, cool. That saves us a whole bunch of headache and a whole bunch of time. So, yeah, there's no hiding it anymore. We're just gonna use GGPO. Hell yeah, thanks Tony, man. I gotta give it to him. I gotta give him a lot of credit for just throwing it out there. You know, it really shows that he's just like, you know what, look, just take it. I want games to have it, just do it. And we'll do it. Fuck it, we'll do it. We'll do it live, fuck it. So yeah, that's our next goal. So that's why I was making a whole big thing about getting performance optimization and all that shit in there, because it's gonna need it. So the way that it works, just to kind of give a brief summary, is I'm gonna draw it here because I love drawing on my little paint board. So the game's running, you know, as usual. So we got like frame 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as the game's going along. And then at every so many points, we'll say after 5 frames, the opponent's inputs come in. And so you've got your player 1 inputs and they're, you know, whatever. And so you got your player 2 inputs that end up coming in at frame 5. But you've been playing the game for 5 frames, right? So what happens is it's like, hey, okay, we're gonna put the inputs here, and we gotta rewind the game back here and replay the game up back to this point with the new inputs that we've got. And that's what the rollback is. Now there's a little more to it where you predict movements what player 2 is going to do within these 5 frames. And if those 5 frames, if you predicted the movement correct, you don't need to do the rewind to catch up. You just keep playing as normal. But if there is any discrepancy here on one side or the other, that one side has to rewind and replay it. So, okay, so why does that require optimization? Well, essentially you're running the game 5 times in one update. So say 1 frame is now 5 frames of updates that you have to do. And so if your game's not optimized, if it's not running at peak conditions, that's going to be more than 1 frame can handle, and you're going to have a frame skip, and then you're going to have a rollback because you had a frame skip, and it's just a pain in the ass. So you don't want to do that. So you have to have it running as optimally as possible. Now, I think we've done testing, and we've got it running up to, was it 6 times every frame? Like processing 6 frames in 1 frame, and I think it held up to about that. But that still may not be good enough. So there's a lot of stuff that's not optimized properly, and so I do have to go through and do that, because, okay, my system's a little beefier than most systems, so, okay, it can run 6 times in 1 frame, every frame, but that's also without GGPO actually installed yet, so that's going to take more processing power. and doing the actual rewind is going to take processing power. So we don't really know how it might shake out. We may only have 3 frames. Maybe the rewind takes like 3 frames of update, CPUs. So it's like, okay, yeah, we got 6, but that doesn't guarantee that we're in good standing here. So especially if we want to make it work on less powerful systems. And so that's our next thing here. And with that, I'm going to be cleaning up how the menus work. Adding training mode features, which is actually there's not as many training mode features because the menu system is actually kind of foobar at the moment. It's held together by duct tape, put it that way. The enhanced control configuration, I don't like how the controls are done right now, so I'm redoing that. And then, so again, performance optimization, all that stuff. And we have to prepare as we go through the optimization, allowing the game to save its state, which is kind of like sort of half worked on it up to this point, but now we really have to finish that. Hey! Most dope whale has followed. Thank you. So we gotta go through and we've got to do that, and that's a long and tedious and grind out process to get through that. So we just gotta put our heads to the grindstone and just do it. You just gotta get it done. Then once the game is successfully saving states and loading states, and we'll do some like fake rollback testing and stuff like that. Once that looks like it's okay, then we can actually throw GGPO in on top of that. And then that will manage that system of loading and saving states and syncing up with the network players. And that'll be like the second part, and that's phase 2. So I expect phase 1 and phase 2 to be very intricately linked. So we probably won't see any sort of demo release until phase 2 is complete. And then at that point, if everything looks stable and looks okay, then I'll throw out the basic GGPO build and let people run it through the ringer. And then we start on the fourth character. The third character is Terry. He's already out. You can already go play as him. But in that period of time, because everything's going to get uprooted and changed around, doing the 4th character at the same time would just be a disaster. So I have to wait till all that's done, and then we can do our 4th secret character, which we'll review in a couple weeks who that is, just to keep things rolling. And so that's pretty much the basic. It's pretty much what I've been talking about before, but it's GGPO. We can say it now. It's out there. So let me see. Read the tweet. Where did I have it here? Yeah, here it is. Let me bring it over here. So, yeah, here's Tony's tweet. GGPO. It's for commercial and non-commercial use. So, like, he really just opened the floodgates completely, and it's super crazy. So, it's under the MIT license. It's literally right here. Well, you can just grab it and go, and that's it. Right here. Got the source, got everything. Tells you what it is. Now, I heard that he's actually got a site with documentation, which might be, yeah, I guess that's probably this one. How does it work? More information. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, and I've heard that he's taking questions and stuff too, so we're looking like really good shape to get this thing in. So I'm super, super, super excited. And super extra thanks, Tony. Because without that, that's the key already, You gotta have the key to get anywhere. So I'm very happy about it, very excited. And we're just about to really dig into this stuff. But like I said before, it's very tedious, drawn out, throw my head against the wall process. So we're not going to do that tonight. We're going to do something actually fun, so you don't have to stare at that Visual Studio all night. So we're going to do sprites. I haven't done sprites in a while, 1, and 2. There's really nothing else to work on but to do the optimization. And I'm pretty sure that won't be a very entertaining experience. So, I wanted to actually revisit... Yeah, today's leg day. I wanted to actually revisit some of Chun-Li's stuff. There were some animations that I cobbled together before, but I'm not 100% happy with those. So I'd really like to, you know, get to those and change them all around. So there's a few things that we added here. The hard punch, or heavy punch, I guess. That's an old sheet, so it's got the old naming scheme. But the heavy punch, I modeled after her third strike heavy punch, with the way that she draws back and throws it out. I thought that was appropriate. Some of these frames are reused and modified from other parts of the animation, so this one's not completely new here. This is her alpha slap, which I think that's okay, I guess. I don't know if I want to change that. Most of her original sprites in the Pocket style were based off of alpha, so there's a lot of stuff I want to change here. Light kick's okay, I guess. I have to think about it more whether or not I actually want to change that. It's got pretty damn good range, but so does the slap, so they're actually about the same. And they cover the same kind of zone here. So I'll be honest, it's probably a candidate for changing. To say, you know, even if it's like this, it's pretty much the same hitbox here. There's really nothing new about it. So I'll have to really think about what I want this thing to be. Because functionally, other than frame timing, it looks like it's just the same thing. And some of the characters do have that problem, and I've tried to mitigate that. Terry actually had that problem. I can show that. It's fine. There's my controller. Controller, where are you? There you are. So it's loading up anyway, so. It's certainly taking its time here. Okay, here we go. So Terry's jab is actually really far, and his heavy punch was about the same range, literally, as the light punch, which sounds insane, but that's how the sprites were. It's really strange. Let me see if I can actually find the original ones here to compare. Like, it was stupid. I'm like, why is this jab so long? Let's see, where's Terry's original set here? Might be these ones. Yeah. So I was comparing I think these are Fatal Fury sprites on the right. Fatal Fury Pocket sprites. They're actually a little bit different. If you notice, there's like shading and stuff on his arm here and on the hair. But they took all that out later on in the series. This one they were still black and white, so shading looked okay. But you see, especially like on his fingers too, is shaded. And his arm here, and then that same frame here. Oh, they forgot to take the shading off the fingers. That's funny. That's actually kind of funny. There are some goof-ups where they forgot to take some shading out, but yeah, the later style didn't have so much shading. Unless it was a dark thing like pants. They always did like dark color pants and stuff were shaded. It's a little weird, but it is what it is. So let's see, his jab. His stupidly huge jab. So let's just copy this over here. I'll take, just for consistency, we'll take the appropriate one. Look at that. Look at that. In fact, let me put this down first so you can see. Look at that. They're only a couple pixels apart. I was like, wow, that's fucked. That's like super fucked up. So you may have noticed my fix here. When he does his heavy punch, he actually creeps forward a little bit. And I shorten the jab slightly. So you can see. It's actually easier to see. Yeah, with this. You know what? Hold on. Let's do it this way. You see the red, and then you see. So I actually pulled the hurt bot back a little bit on the fist here, and I extended it on the heavy punch and made the heavy punch go forward. So they have absolutely different ranges now. So Chun's got that same problem, and I'm not 100% sure how I want to mitigate that, but we'll do it one way or another. I wouldn't say that she should necessarily step forward with this. And part of the reason that I say that is because Chun has a nice, very forward, good, heavy kick. So if you think about it, you know, if this is supposed to be the quick range here, it's got the same range as this, but she's gonna like jump forward a little bit, and so the range for this is even better. So she'll probably end up like this, because she'll jump forward. Or even close here, but I'll probably extend the hitbox out a little farther anyway. So it's kind of like, what purpose does that move even serve? So who knows? It's possible we could do the Street Fighter 5 route and have it go up here instead, and be like an anti-air light. But it's hard to say at this point. You could argue that these two serve similar functions as well, although this one makes her invulnerable underneath. So this one will probably step forward and go maybe a little farther. I'll have to do some study on that and see what the other games have done. And this one won't go quite as far, but she's completely invulnerable underneath. So this will go over power waves, you know, that kind of stuff. It'll go over lows, it'll make her throw invulnerable, because she's actually hopping off the ground, that kind of thing. And then, yeah, I don't really like the way this animation is. This is a candidate for redo, so maybe we'll dig into that one. The air heavy punch has two hits to it, just like Third Strike. And so we've actually worked on this one before, I think, on stream a little bit. It's okay. It's pretty decent. There's a few things I might want to touch up on it, though. I haven't actually animated it to see how it animates. It looks like it should be okay, but who knows? Maybe it looks wonky as shit. This is our old air heavy punch. Let's put this in neutral one. Yeah, that makes sense. And then here, air heavy kick neutral. I'm really not satisfied with that. I don't think the face is too bad. I don't know if I like the feet. I don't know. Chun's hard, man. Chun's actually pretty hard. Oh, this is the old version of this. Yeah, this Yoshin modified this frame with a smear, which I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I'll probably animate both and see what looks better. And her air light punch, which I don't know if that's very representative of her later sprites. Air light, or crouching light kick, that looks okay. Crouching light punch looks okay. Crouching heavy punch, I don't know. It's just a longer version of light punch. That might be candidate for redo. I'm not too upset that they kind of like are the same thing, because they'll obviously have different weights and timing. But at the same time, it would be cool if they were visually a little more distinct. Air light kick, that looks fine. This is her alpha air hard kick. I don't know how I feel about this one. I'll probably have this one redone. I never liked this one to begin with. It's really wonky looking, to be honest. And then of course I did that one. Her throw is there. Oh yeah, we got the data rips now. I might be able to get cleaner sprites for this one. Do I have the data rip here on hand? I don't think I do. So let's go into her data and take a look. I believe it's here. data though. Mesh and Millennium characters. Let's see. She's probably near the top, I would think. Let's see, she was one of the first ones done. Maybe not. Let's see. It's Terry. I forget what her name is. Starts with an A. I think she was from Last Blade. I haven't really played Last Blade much. More than a few minutes. Geese. Ah, here she is. Good old Chun. She's got Last Sprites. Alright, let's see. And she's right above Dan. Oh, what a dishonor. Alright. Yeah, alright. That looks about right. Cut that out. Section it off. This looks like a prototype head spark here. We'll remove that with a little more care after. Let me just get the obvious junk out of the way. Sorry, Dan, you're junk. Bring it down to 16 colors, and we will save it. No, that's the Mansion game. Go back to Pocket Fighter here. The Mansion game we do on Thursdays. That's an original game. Chun Chun Chun. Actually, I don't think that was capitalized, is it? Chun-li did. Okay. Here. Right. Okay, with a little more care, let's rip these out. Not concerned too much about the pink boxes. It is neat though, because you can see that's the border of where the tile data was for her poses and such. None of this, so these ones actually above it got overwritten. You can tell here because her box is, actually her box is here. I believe it starts here. You can see that. Oh, you know what? I think it only started here because you can see it's cut out. It's overlaying it. So the sprites above it get overlaid with the ones below it if there happens to be an overlap. So there is absolutely no loss of Chun-li sprite data here. So you can safely remove those and be confident that those are all set. There's all of her stuff. Just sitting down. I think we have pretty much every frame, except maybe a couple. Could be a couple that weren't cleaned out properly. But I think just to be safe, we'll sort of re-rip her sprites as well. Make sure that these are all correct. Because who knows what the heck went on when someone else rips them, you know? Kind of going through them, seeing what's up with them. Yeah, I like that kick. I want to make a command normal. That's her normal heavy kick. Who did the third strike poses for Chun? Oh, in here, I did these additional sprites. These ones. Hi, DeFierce. Welcome back. Yeah, all the extra sprites here. I've done these. I did also this She actually had this in the sprites. I just kind of didn't remember and didn't know about it. So this animation I did anyway. But I think I want to keep mine because the other one's a little wonky. I'll show that in a minute. So that one and this one I did. This is new. This heavy punch here. This is the same one over here. I did that one. I did the standing heavy kick and standing hard punch additions. Thank you. Yeah, I think I resequenced this. I don't think any of these are new, but I resequenced the frames so that they're more like the special version from Third Strike. I did, none of those. Oh, here, air legs. I did air legs. And here's the original little shove move that she had from Match of the Millennium. But I think, I don't know. It looks like it's really long range for what I want it to be. So I may not use these. I may still use the ones that I created. But I'll probably give her air legs. I don't know. It wasn't too hard of a thing to sprite, so she didn't have Kikosho in Street Fighter 2, did she? She had the Kick Super instead. Unless she had the little spiral energy thing like she had in Alpha 3. I didn't really play Chun in 2. I don't remember. But that one is here. That's what this one is. It's a different pose. I don't know what the hell this one's called. I just call it Rising Kick Super. I probably won't use that one. I'll probably use her Air Kick Super. The one in Marvel. What Max called it, Chinese letters or something. I think it was Max that he called it Chinese letters back in the day. And then the Lightning Leg Super. I forget what they're called, so I just named them. No, yeah, that's the Rising Kick one, right? The Hoshioken or Hoyu Kusen. I'm pretty sure that's what you're talking about, right? The Rising Kick one. I don't think so. I don't think that's going to be in my plans, because her Kikosho is going to be the Marvel one. Oh yeah, as you see I was referencing these for the kick. Where is it now? Yeah, she's going to have this one. So it's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, here. She's going to have this one. Which I'm gonna balance this very carefully because it's pretty freaking OP. Like with the way that it's ranged, like this is projectile hit, like you can't counter that shit. And it consumes her as well. So good luck doing anything. It's gonna have to be hella negative on block, really. I gotcha. Well, I just build them how I think they fit into... Number one, how I think they look cool, and number two, how I think they fit into the game. I don't really think past that or look to other material other than the official games themselves to see how they did things. But this is always like really cool, this move from Marvel, so I wanted to keep that. I think it was like that in probably Street Fighter Cross Tekken as well. Or not Tekken. Street Fighter versus the X-Men. I don't know, was she in Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter? Yeah, she was. She had her own thing. Alright, I'll save that link for later. Yeah, so here's the special version, or perhaps the level 1 version. if you want to think of it that way. I really don't know what I'm going to do for level 1, level 2 for her yet. It's still a lot to think about on how her moves are going to go. But this could definitely be the level 1, and this could be the level... Or, I'm sorry, the level 2 and the level 3 version. Since supers take 2 bars at minimum. So 2 bar and 3 bar would make sense. So this is only a 3 bar. Yeah, in which case, this one would be more of an anti-air option as well. The 3 bar version. The 2 bar is only really a forward kind of thing. Well, who knows? We'll see. As far as the Kakoken goes, probably going to mimic Third Strike. I'll probably make it a half circle. And see how that goes. I really like the way that Third Strike Chun was laid out. Not necessarily in terms of pure balance, but just like the kind of moves that she had and the movement she had for them. You know. So this one will probably be down 4 punch. And this will be the half circle with punch. And yeah, so this is her original animation for the overhead kick, but I changed it to look a little more streamlined. So I want her to have this overhead as a special, just like in Third Strike. I think that will go over well. Yeah, here's Kakoken. I may consider reanimating this so the light one looks different like it does in Third Strike, but I don't know. Guess that it comes down to time. Everything just comes down to time. How much time do we have before they get included versus working on other shit? And your Spinning Bird kick, she'll have that in the EX. I don't think I did anything to this. It's pretty straight up. Oh yeah, and her Rising Kick special, whatever the hell it's actually called, probably won't make it. I just have it here for completeness on what I'm doing here, so I'm going to say that don't expect this one to be in. Same thing with the super version. I'd like her to be a little more grounded. So because of that, where is it? Here, I want this to be a command normal. So this will probably be back heavy kick. So back D for KOF users out there, or players. So this will probably be back D, back heavy kick. And that'll be a very anti-air friendly kind of thing. And then here's her overhead thing. I don't like, this is the alpha version of it, where she kind of like knees him. It always looks strange to me. I'm not really sure. Is she hitting him with the knee or what? I do like Third Strikes where she kicks out on the other end. And I'll probably sprite that. Because I don't like the way that one looks. And the legs looks okay. It's probably about the only things that'll change. I like this pose. I'm going to use this pose for something. Whether it be a wind pose or... Oh, you know, this could be her Power Max activation. That pose looks sweet. That is a sick looking pose. That could be a Power Max activation. Like she's really getting ready to kick your ass. That'll look sweet. Just gotta get a good voice clip. And then she's gotta have that air super. I want her to be pumped up a little bit. It's so cool. That super's so damn cool. And she has it in Match and Millennium. Like she also has, like, this comes from Match and Millennium, the Neo Geo Pocket game she's in. So they kind of like hybridized her between Alpha and Marvel, and I thought that was really freaking cool. And you know, you think about it, like Ryu's Hadoken, Shinko Hadoken's huge. Like the level 3 version, it's huge. It's very, like, it's not Marvel's beam, but it's very much exaggerated from the normal Street Fighter thing. In fact, this is probably as big as it would have ever gotten in Street Fighter proportionally. This might even be bigger. And this is only his level 2. You know, same thing with these are Akumas, but I just have them on the sheet because they're Hadokens. Same thing here. Like, this is totally like Third Strike-esque, and Kuma's Third Strike, well, it's not a Shinku Hadoken, but his Super Hadoken in the air, like, that shit came from Marvel. They took the sprites of Marvel to put in Third Strike for Kuma's Fireball. So I think that's having a little exaggeration is not only fun, but very makes it look a little more hype. So I definitely want to carry that through. And that's why I also want her air kick super to be in there. Whether or not it'll be completely busted as shit, who knows? We'll find out, I guess. And then there's her leg super, which I'll probably have to do some stuff here. Because in Third Strike, of course, she does so many hits on one leg, and then she switches legs, and then she hits them up in the air. Which I'll give you the jump cancel off of this. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't see any reason to not have it. So I'll probably have to figure out about making the back version of this and seeing how that goes. And she's got a guard. Dizzy. Her ass-kicked animation. Taunt. She's also a wind pose. Her classic wind pose. Her intro. All that stuff. And this her heavy punch that came from Match of the Millennium. The original one. So you see I used most of these frames when I redid it. I do not like her air hard kick, which is also a command normal in Alpha or something, or is it close heavy kick? I hated this. It looks stupid. It doesn't even look like an attack. I'm like, what is this? So we're not going to use that one. Oh yeah, here's flip kick right under. It's the same thing. Yeah, they must have reused the animation for both of those. Yeah, it's garbage. There's no reason to use it. This is their side step from Match of the Millennium, but I don't think there's any. Maybe for the push block or screen wall kick, or not wall kick, but a wall jump. This I'm not sure what this should have been colored, so I just kind of winged it. I'm assuming it'll get its own palette when we're done. This is the original overhead from Alpha. Yeah, and then, alright, we've made full circle here. So, alright, what do I want to work on first? I might want to just redo this one. This is a new one. 256, 256. That's fine. Not really looking to recolor it. That's already done. So let's copy what I already did here. And we'll compare it to these ones. So, grounded frame, which we already know is there. This is our little hop-up frame. I don't know if it's necessary or not. It should be okay. Then she does a twist, which is kind of like this frame here. And I cut out kind of a lot here. Her CVS 2 sprites are based on Third Strike. But they do have some noticeable changes, like you'll see here. Yeah, in fact, that's probably why I chose this frame. This frame and this frame are pretty much identical. Then this frame is different. I cut some out here. I picked only the keyframes that I felt were appropriate and necessary. Like this one here has got a smear. This one didn't. We can look at Third Strike in action anyway. kind of get an idea of how it looks. Hey! Radio Dust, thanks for the follow. Steam takes 12 years to validate installation. Alright, hold on a second. I'm sure that's off so that won't screw me up. Get rid of that. Shit popping up. Alright, hold on just a second. Just uno momento. Forgot to turn some shit off that might be popping up. And I think that should do it. Let me close this. Be making noises. Frickin' Facebook. Facebook's the worst. I'm sure you can all agree. Where is? Hey, what up? Hey, Raito. Your next line is, hey, Raito, what's up? You're right. You caught the first part of it. Oh. I hear Terry hitting in the back. Oh, who's that? What game is running? That's mine. Mine's running. You got half of it. I probably would have said what's up after that if there wasn't something there, so you totally called it. Where do we want to go? I'll go to the first stage. Makes sense. Alright. Yeah, so there's that one. This is the one we're going to be tackling though. So there's two versions. It goes forward if you press forward with it, which is cool. It's got great range, and it gets you off the ground. I don't know if it's safe too. Like, she gets pushed back pretty far. Looks like he recovers way late. Yeah, I'm just messing around with Chun sprites. I just feel like doing stuff for her, since there's no real entertaining coding stuff to do right now. It's all optimization shit. So there's her jab. Here's this one. So like, see where she raises her hand? That's where I got that idea from. Oh, she doesn't move forward very much as I thought on this one. Man, her shadow goes all over the fucking place too. It's weird. Let's go with the dust. Dust really helps to sell the animation there. What about moveless menu? Well, the menus are getting redone too, so I'm not touching them right now. There's that one. Yeah, I don't know. She's gonna have to have that for heavy kick, which she kind of already has that for crouching heavy. Wrong one. She's already got that for crouching heavy. Yeah, it looks good enough. That's fine. That one probably won't need to change. That one's okay. You can change that to a fist, or is it already a fist? Crouching. I think it's already a fist. Yeah, that's all right. What's her heavy look like? It's that. Oh, there's this too. That could be a crouching command normal. Like, say if that was a hold down forward and light punch. And that one doesn't slide. It slides in Street Fighter V, right? I'd probably like to do the one that slides from 5, and it'll go over, or it'll go under Hadoukens, let's say. That would be cool. here it doesn't do anything. I think it'll still go under Hadokens, but can I make him? I can make him throw, right? Yeah. Yeah, it goes under Hadokens. That's cool. Oh, I missed it. Yeah, that goes under Hadokens. That's cool. I really like that. The Street Fighter V one does as well. One Shadow Lady. I'd probably make it a alternate costume or something. That'd be cool. I would, and this is kind of like if I have all the time in the world to do stuff, I would like to possibly put in a custom color maker. That way, if there's something that people wanted and they didn't have and they couldn't get from the original colors, that it'll be there. You know, the option will be there to do that. I don't know if I'll get to that, so I'm not going to make any promises on it, but that's like one of those, like, yeah, pie in the sky ideas. I'd love to have that, because, like, that was so fun in CVS2 for me. And that was actually one of the most fun parts of Street Fighter Cross Tekken, the fact that it had the color edit. Anyway, we're going to put in a third Fatal Fury character. Which one would it be between the three? Andy, Joe, or Kim? Kim. Undoubtedly Kim. Kim, it pretty much has to be in. I mean, let's be honest. He's a KOF mainstay. I'm not going to make any absolute promises, but there's a really high likelihood that Kim's going to make it in. As like a Season 2 kind of deal. Because let's be honest, like, it's Kim, come on. Cyber Akuma. Well, I don't want to get, as much as it's a pocket game, I don't want to get too goofy with it. I'll be honest, if there is like a boss battle, it would probably be something like a Shin Akuma. Because that's just very Street Fighter traditional. Yeah, and that's the other thing too, because Kim has charge moves, and I don't have any SNK characters with charge attacks, he makes him a very high likelihood to show up very soon after the first set of characters. Kim's just too good. Like, he's checking all the boxes. I don't want to say, you know, exactly, oh, this is exactly who's going to be in the second batch of characters, but Kim's got a really high likelihood. You know, I'm not going to lie, he's got a really high likelihood of making it. Yeah, he's got a huge moveset. So that really helps. Alright, so, well, let's just take a little look at this. Yeah. So the fact that she can go forward with it is cool. Oh, we can do a different backdash for her too. Like one where she spins around. I don't think she has a specific one in Match of the Millennium. In fact, we may be able to construct that one right now. Let's go to the Third Strike frame data viewer, which will give us a frame by frame for the animation. Yeah, Chun's Marvel 1 theme is the best version of Chun's theme. It's so damn good, man. It's so good. It's got so much energy to it. Backdash, full animation. Let's get rid of the boxes. Alright. Yeah, let's do this one first, just for the hell of it. She's gonna start. We'll do it right out here. She's gonna start in her neutral, or idle pose. She steps back. Oh, that's cool. That's a cool frame. It's kind of like she's like dodging like a boxer there. Whoosh. Alright, then she turns. So do we have a frame that's like this? A walking frame might fit that bill. Let's see, what's it look like? Kinda looks like one of these. This looks like she's walking forward, but this one actually looks like she's rearing back a little bit. So you can say something like that, maybe. So from there to there. I don't think she has anything like that. It's pretty funny, but it might be a little too nuanced to put into this one. Yeah, I don't see anything that's really applicable. Always try to pick out duplicate frames first. I am very certain that we're going to be using this frame either next or coming up, so let's grab that one. And then she's got the she's got this kind of twirl. Yeah, she's doing the twirl here. We could say that that's the frame that we just got. Although, yeah, I think we gotta do it backwards because she's turning this way. So these are gonna be flying that way. Then she gets back into pose. Yeah. Something like this, give or take. And then finally back to this one. We arguably could get more, something in between here. What about her? No, that doesn't look right here. You could argue that that one might be okay. Let's see what else she's got. Not really much applicable. She's got a lot of, I wouldn't say weird poses, but I just wonder about this one here. We'll have to get the cleaned up version of that frame anyway. Well, lo and behold, what do we got here? Yeah, we found our. I found our missing frame. There we go. I didn't have to draw a damn thing. Trying to imagine how it's gonna fit together here. That looks pretty cool, actually. I'm like playing it in my head. That looks pretty cool. So that's our backdash. You can see her repositioning with the feet too. It's actually really nice. I like that. Yeah, her backdash is just reused frames from other shit, so there you go. Now it's reused frames from other shit. It's still all reused, it's just different stuff. Alright, because it's reused, I like to mark them off as specifically something else. Okay, is that what this is? There. We animated something without animating a damn thing. There you go. That's how you reuse frames, kids. Yeah, look at... Especially like the feet coming together and then twists and... Yeah, that'll look pretty good in motion, I think. Stepping back. Her head should be behind... Her head should be behind the knee on the forward leg. Shifts her weight back. Her head should be behind the knee. You're talking about... Oh, and this one, right? The second frame. Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Alright, hold on. Let me undo the... Here. Makes me wonder... I was wondering if this one would be easier to shift backwards or not, but I do like the crouch posture of this one. So yeah, you're saying that it would have to be like back here, like she was turning. Well, let's look at her. This one here. Oh, to be honest, this one could actually be a better. This one could be a better one to begin with. Alright, it's time to Franken sprite. Let's Franken it. Fuck it. Let's go. Franken sprite. Let me preserve the original first. Make it a little easier to... This is what we call low budget animating, everybody. When you A, either don't know how to do it, or B, you don't have time to do it, you Franken sprite, right? That's how it works. It should be behind the knee on the forward leg. Forward. Oh, is that this one here? The one on her left, our right? So it would be something like this. And then just fill in with some ambiguous black and you're all good to go. There you go. Perfect! Didn't have to do shit. There you go. Fuck it. Hell yeah. Low budget animated. Something like that, I guess. Should look okay. Because she's looking the other way because she's about to spin. I don't know, I guess she's looking the other way too here. I don't know. Oh, you could just flip the eyes too. Dude. She got the dirt face. Dude. There you go. There. So she's keeping your eyes on you. And she's flipping. Yeah, that looks actually a little better because she's looking there. And then, and she's back around. That looks cool. Actually looks pretty cool. So now, all but one frame are used. There we are. Cheapo Franken sprite. There we go. It's just proper height and everything too. Okay. That looks pretty good. Cheapo Franken sprite. I like it. Franken sprites are the best. Alright, backdash down. Alright, let's actually do a real thing here. Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious. Where are we? Chun. You gotta take out a couple of things. Shit, these are the same color, aren't they? Fuck. Would prefer that they were green or something. These points here are the offset, the axis on which the sprites are done. Oh yeah, this sprite's totally got more shit to it. I had a feeling that was cut off for no particular reason. This was cut off too, I believe. It was not clean record of that. You could totally edit this one into that fucking that boxer dodging frame. But it's too much. It's good enough as it is. You don't want to get too many frames in because it won't look like it's vintage retro. It'll look too smooth. It's already got a lot of frames in the backdash. You okay?
Yeah.
Alright. Here's what's inside the super part. It's actually a separate sprite. That's strange. This is not the same. No, this is not the same. Now that's interesting. It's a different sprite. It's offset here, but yeah, if you line the foot up, interesting. It's basically the same. They just kind of changed her posture on it. So I guess this is her win pose. You can see she does this pose here. And these two are actually different. The leg raises from one to the other. Actually got quite a few frames here. I didn't expect there to be this much movement. This subtle movement. That's cool. That's really nice attention to detail. It probably didn't add much. The poses are probably the same. It's just this portion, these tiles changed. So that's a good way to make more saving on their part. That's a cool sprite. I like that one. Alright, let's get some of the known problem ones back in here. Here. These ones, so just temporarily I'm gonna paste this over here. And grab them. Oh, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Before I do that, I'm going to change the color here to reflect the basic color scheme of what we've got going on here. So we'll fill in that as the skin. Fill in the background as the gray, got the colored outline, and this one will be blue. I'm gonna name this data rip colored. Alright, now let's copy this. I guess our back row is different too. Like, it's not in Matrimony, it's the same, but we should do maybe the... I don't know, I like the Street Fighter 4 one, to be honest. I really like Street Fighter 4's version. Yeah, look at that, though. The little... I don't know what the hell you call them. Little head ribbons, I guess, are actually missing. So we can't trust any of these sprites here. In fact, we shouldn't trust any of them. I might end up redoing all of them at some point. Let's do this. Lower them up a little bit. Yeah, that looks alright. So the next detail will go with the yellow. Oh shit, the fucking boots. Alright. I guess we're doing the yellow in the boots, the boot white. Boot white. Oh, and this one too, in the middle. I'm missing details all over the place. I haven't colored Chun in so long. What the hell's going on? Getting all the little bits and details. I'm so focused on those damn head ribbons. Couldn't tell what from what. It's alright. I guess this is white. This could be anything. What did I do here? Oh, I made it white. Just saying, this could technically be a thumb, but I'm gonna make it white. That is cloth. I think that does it for that pass. She's got a lot of colors. It's just kind of a pain in the ass. I don't like to do too many, otherwise it doesn't look very retro. But they all do have an additional skin color to them, and that's this one right here. I don't know if I should color that one or not. Nah, that looks goofy. That one's derp. That one's definitely derp. That one's okay, I guess. Part of me doesn't like the head sort of tilted up this way, like the angle is like that, so I think that works out okay. And then these also, because they're not supposed to change. These are her bracelet colors as well. Sure both bracelets, if they appear, are done, and the eye, and that looks okay. Alright, we're all set there. So we can safely remove this shit. And I do mean shit. Shit sprite rips. And that was all 4 of those. That's saved colored version. Are you ready, true believers? You know what that intro song is. Oh yeah, it's a show. Let's get that one. laptop is all fucked up. Just get it right out of there. Actually, a good way to find out if these are good. It's not 100%, but you do have to look at it a little bit. You take a look, put it over the top of it, and just like delete it and check to see if it looks like everything lines up or if there's anything missing at all. And it doesn't, so that looks good. And you just do that with each one of them. Just cut and paste over their originals. That looks pretty good to me. I mean, you could make a new layer and toggle it on and off, but I don't like doing layers on sprites with limited colors. Yeah, that one looks okay. And that one looks legit as well. So those are there, those are decent enough. So same as before, we'll start filling in the gaps here. I'm gonna say that that's probably white. Nothing too confusing going on here. Not yet. Yeah, that looks alright. And we got the anchor point in there too now. That's one of the reasons that I went over them. You up one. Kind of lined up here. Hair kick. I'll probably use this pose for some other stuff too, and they may have as well. So sometimes they'll use like this to use as a startup frame, because none of these actually have specific startup frames. Sometimes they just have literally the jumping frame as a startup frame, and that's really bad because it doesn't give you kind of any tell that there's a special animation incoming. You may not see the transition at all. So I try to at least use the air block frame because we're not using air block in the game. But for that one up there, let's see. You could use this instead because she's about to do her kick thing. About to do the kick thing. You know, the kick thing. That one with the kick. So from there to there makes sense. This one I think makes sense with the arms crossed, because both legs are getting sprung up to go out, and then both arms get flinged out in different directions, so that works there. Works for punches, because it's a lot of arm focus, a lot of arm movement. This one might be an easier one to start off with for actually editing something. If only because it's not very many frames here. We don't need that much. Let's go down to 128. Frame. No. Where is, like, here? Canvas size, right? Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't need to be that big either. 64 too much? No, 64 is nice. Oh, there we go. Let's 1 by 64. Might need a little bit extra leg space here. Yeah, and then we go to this frame. How do I add this to the? How do I add this to the palette? I don't know how to manage the goddamn palette. Whatever. I'll just make this the. Oh, it doesn't work that way. Okay. What a pain. Oh, there we go. So if I make a new frame and I delete it, okay, good. Now it's what I want. Okay, that works. And this crappy thing. It's not completely god awful, but okay. Then her hands stand. That's part of, yeah, that's part of it. So I guess this one comes after. And then back to this. Alright, let's do a little alignment here. Why can't I move it? Background knock? Oh, background knock cannot be moved. Well, shit. I guess we'll just do it this way then. She should scrunch down a little bit. She's pulling her core in. It's not a terrible one. Doing those air push-ups, right? That's funny. I'll have to put her down so that she's looks more like she's pulling her arms down. Relatively the same spot. It's gotta go. Yeah, it's gotta go back to that. There. Something like that. Let's see, it's maybe about 6 frames. 96. Man, it's gonna be. Actually, this is probably gonna be like 8 frames. How many frames? Let's say 5. So that's 80 milliseconds. Say another 5 just to see what looks like. And it's gonna be 10. Yeah, it's about 60. Dude, displace it that decimal, and we'll just make this 1000. Let's make that not 1000 because it's gonna be a fucking nightmare. I'll wait for it to come back around. It looks like shit. Alright. Alright, you know what? Let's just look at the actual frame data. Startup on neutral jumping roundhouse. Neutral jump roundhouse is 8. Take this out. Play the whole thing so it'll won't flicker in on me anymore. That's funny, she starts off at like a crouch position. Well, that's essentially what we've got. And so she's frame 9. It's the actual activation, so. Yeah, that's 128. That's about 10, so that might be the problem. So that one might be okay. This is about twice this here. Yeah, before it starts falling down. 1, 2, 3, 3. Yeah, and then back down to that. So 48. So I overestimated these ones. So let's just do the stock timing and see what they say. See what it says. That's much smoother. Already looks better. Alright. The frame's not god awful, but what do we want, Chun? When do we want it? Now! Chun's my main, so I want Chun now. What is that doing? Hitbox here. What? It doesn't hit from behind? What? Are you kidding? It actually doesn't hit behind. Are you fucking with me? Hold on. Let's turn them all on. Do that again. Oh, you're fucking with me. It doesn't actually hit from behind. It does in Street Fighter V, I know that for a fact. It actually doesn't hit from behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Right? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got 5. Yeah, it's 5 active frames. Damn. Chun was YOLO back. I can't believe that. It actually doesn't hit from behind. Well, it's gonna hit from behind in Pocket Fighter EX. Fuck it. Because I want it to hit from behind. I want it to hit both sides. That's funny. There's no hurt boxes on the side either. Like, it's just completely dead weight. It's not even considered. Although her arm is. It's really weird. That's weird. If they actually got part of the leg as a hurt box here, it just disappears. It just completely disappears. Got pretty shitty priority, actually. And that's alright. That's what it is. Alright. Let's see if I can't make this one a little bit better. Actually, that makes me wonder now, what does the... It's not here. What does the CVS2 sprites say? CVS2 Chun, give us your guidance. What do you say? Okay, she's facing the other way, but... Yeah, same deal. 1 foot that way, 1 foot kind of twisted. Alright, fine. We'll have them both up. Just for the fuck of it. Here's the aspect corrected version of Chun's sprites here. I guess this would be the appropriate frame to look at here. Basically the same thing. I can't tell if this is the front flap here So is this like, does it go like this under the back and loop around? Or is this the back flap and this is the front flap that's actually just doing this? But you see, oh no, you see back flap here. Wow, that's okay. So this must be just the front flap, all kind of fucking twisted up here. All right. I guess I misinterpreted that pretty well. I'll be honest. I'm not sure you're gonna get that kind of. I'm not sure you're gonna get that kind of detail on something this small. Just scrub the animation. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh yeah, look at, because it's like it's wrapped around her leg. You're right. Yeah. It is the front. It's wrapped around her leg. She brings her leg in under. Yeah, because she's in the air already. Yeah, and so she folds this leg under, and that makes sense. So that's gonna go around, and so it's twisted up in it, and that's, yep, there it is. It's on the side. That's why it's like that. Yeah, you can see it out here too, actually. Before it's that extended. Oh, that's fucking weird. That's weird. It's strange. It's strange. Now, ours is not in that position, but you could argue that it would be, except this frame doesn't show such a thing. Although we could edit it to show such a thing. I wonder if that would be a little too... I wonder if it'd be a little too nuanced for this small resolution. If anything, well, let's just assume for now that we're not going to do that. And instead we'll do this. Actually, that is now this leg is pretty straight here. This is gonna have to be straight here for the most part. We're gonna redo the. Should be in line here. We're gonna redo the boot anyway. Okay. Chun got them thick legs, so this is a little odd, perhaps. It's kind of strange. May look better once the leg is in the proper position. So the leg boot is kind of like this instead. And the tip of the boot is down that way, and it goes up this way. Something like that. And it's of course out a little bit. So I have to keep the tube legs in pocket style. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. Shit. So I guess then it's something like this? Man, I don't know. This is hard. Sometimes the angled legs don't look too good. Can you make a Udemy video teaching pixel art and Unity for fighting games? I don't know what Udemy is. But I'll answer that question in a different manner, regardless of what Udemy is. One, I don't think I'm proficient enough to be teaching necessarily, so I don't feel comfortable with that. And two, if I were to do that, it would take an exorbitant amount of time out of my schedule. Online Trading Academy? Yeah, I'll be honest, I probably don't have the time to do that kind of thing. Which, I hate to give that kind of answer, but I've been asked similar questions before. And it's just not very feasible for me to do that kind of thing. So I apologize, but that would have to be a no. Yeah, if I were to make a course on how to make a fighting game in Unity, oh my god, can you imagine? That thing would be like a whole semester's worth of credit hours just to explain everything. Oh, that would be, I don't even want to think about it. That would be big. It would be huge. Yeah, I guess this has to be up there. Okay, that's pissing me off. This has to be... Let's get rid of these. I don't like how that looks. I guess it kind of... Her toes are going up here, right? So it's going down like this until it kind of gets bigger here. Kinda, I don't know. I'm trying to get like the toe curl in there, but I don't know if there's enough resolution to really pull that off correctly. Might just have to be as is. Kind of imply it maybe with that. Nah, it's just kind of comes off, just whatever. Alright, whatever. Leave that like that for now. This one's kind of weird. I don't know if I can really leave the lake like this. We'll come back to that in a second. This lake's not too bad, I think, because we have to keep the tube style, like you say. This lake's actually not too bad. The only thing is just the foot. The foot positioning. So it's really more like this. Let's just do this for a second here. Yeah, it's actually pretty straightforward here. Which I don't know if this would translate too well. This is kind of what it's doing, but in pocket style, it's a little strange. I have to do something kind of like this. Her toe, she doesn't move like she does in pocket style. The foot angle is what matters most to sell the leg. To sell the kick, the legs and say it's tubes. I don't know. Kind of feel like I had it better first. Yeah, you're right. It's a heel kick. Let's go back here. Oh, went back too far. Okay, so just speaking in that term, it's a heel kick, right? So, at the very least, this has to be going the other way. Come on. Get away. Obviously, this is very crude, but you get the idea. It has to be a heel kick. So let's clean it up from this perspective here. It has to be something kind of like this, at the very least. Yeah, let's see where foot's a little more indent here. Hi, okay. Hey! Dead man rip. Dead man RIP. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, it's a follow. Alright. If we, let's see. Let's try to follow this one a little more. Well, res, so it comes off a little easier, I think. It's definitely out this way. And then it comes to a hard thing here. And it's okay, that's like that, but this comes out to a hard heel. And then the heel comes up and back in. So I think the whole thing is gonna have to go down one. Let's forget about that for a second. This has to go down to the heel and back up. For sure. And this is like, I'm thinking like you say that there's this shape and then that shape. Let's do it that way. So this goes down to here. And so the only real blue is going to be a little bit of stuff here. And then the rest is going down to this sharp heel. And it's coming back up, right? So can we exaggerate this then? Because it is pocket style. Something like this. Alright, where can we go from here? Where should we go from here? Should this come up on the thing? The kick direction is pretty coned here. So you see the line. Oh, do it from here to here. You see the line here. You see the line here. It's very focused in that regard. So can I talk about the... Damn it! I don't know if I can do it with this one. Oh, I can, yeah. Can I think about the line here and how this works? So if anything, it's just kind of like this in a way. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, if anything, this is actually a very sharp down incline here until it gets here and then it levels off. So, something like this. This one's tough, for me at least. Neutral gray may not have been the best choice for this. Can I change it to something else? Let's see. Or is it stuck in there? I hope it's not stuck in there. Oh no, okay. Yeah, you can see it being something in there. Okay, I'm gonna make it black then. It'll match what we see in the other one. There we go. Oh man, how do I do this? It's actually out a little bit. It's actually out from here. And it curves in quite much. I think it should be toned down. More or less. This is a learning experience, for sure. And the way that they have it here is it's sort of like this. And that this is going back in here. This may not work too well without shading. Kind of like there's an expected bend in here too somewhere. Yeah, this is my final fucking boss right now. I'm trying to get this thing looking at least halfway decent. Yeah, that really still feels the heel bad. I think you'd have to think of this as a rounded down thing here. I don't know. Kind of thinking the only way to represent it is just to actually show the heel on all sides here. And to just cut it like that. Which is a little... might have to go back in. Something like that. Don't think it's gonna work any other way. Music's getting messed up here. Come on. Unless it's just my headphones. I think it's the whole thing. Okay, sounds better now. She doesn't usually have any she doesn't usually have a divide on the foot there. Hey, show me a foot. Show me your foot. There. Yeah, she doesn't get black there with the outline. Oh, okay. Okay. We got a Discord message. No, don't drop. Okay. But this heal's okay, right? And so you're saying to do something like this. Oh, I already see it now. I see what you're saying. Something like this. I already see it, and I only drew one line, and I already saw it. Okay, so to be out here. Something like this. Get my chat back here. There you go. The green eyes look weird, but you know why I do the green eyes? There's a good reason. Because she has white already in her palette here. If I also make this white, there. If I also make this white, then when I go to change her color, say I want these to be dark, like Third Strike Chun's she's got like a dark version where it's like black. It's not very good. Something like this, and now her eye becomes dark with it. So I use the green to make sure that I absolutely change the color to a proper. That's actually really shitty black here. To a proper different one. There, like that. So in game, the green eye becomes actual white here. And so that's what you end up with. So you can change, other parts of the color. That's why that's there. I get that question a lot. Why do you have green eyes? Yeah, pretty much. This actually, right here is this is one of the palettes based on one of her Third Strike ones. She's got that kind of palette in Third Strike. I did a couple color ones, just testing for now. I'm not sure which ones I'm going to keep or not. I'm definitely going to have this one because I like this one, but the other ones I'm not sure yet. That one's pretty good. I think that's also a Third Strike style color. But yeah, that's why it's got green eyes. I get that question all the time. It does look weird, but I've gotten used to it now, but it is strange. Just to make sure I got them absolutely separated properly. Oh. So something kind of sort of like this-ish. Can you give her an Ibuki color swap? How would that look? I'm trying to think how that would even look. What do you think, Larry? Something like this? It could be shaped a little bit better, but... Hello. What's up?
Kiss.
Oh, okay.
Did I need approval?
No.
Did I need to go before a committee?
No.
Get a notarized letter?
Maybe.
Not worth.
Oh.
No.
Notarized letters are a pain in the ass to get.
They sure are.
A huge pain in the ass. I don't know if it's angled quite right. Should be more more angled to the left here. You dropped the heel too much, but that can be fixed off stream. Got it. Oh, now it's pissing me off. It looks like shit. It looks like shit. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I'm almost out of time, aren't I? Yeah. Alright. So. What about the other foot? Is that one okay, you think, or no? Not sure about it. The leg itself is also a little off. I kind of feel like it has to have a little bit of an upward bit here, just to kind of simulate that thing, but yeah, it still needs tube leg. Something like that. Rear foot needs work too. Center vertically when you're thinking, or it's thinner vertically than you're thinking it should be. It's thinner vertically. I just keep fucking it up the more I fuck with it. Where's Pocket? Let's get Pocket to do it. He's way better than I am at this. I'll admit defeat. I'm not ashamed. But what about this shoulder now? This should be a puffy shoulder. What is that skin color here? Oh, there's the time's up. It should be puffy. Oh, that good Marvel one. Oh, that good Marvel one sound. Give it to me. Oh, it's so majestic. Maybe that's not the word, but you get the idea. Yeah, I don't know how I missed that. If you cut out Chun's rear foot and compared its height to the front foot, the rest might just see what I mean. Let's see, so you said it's thinner vertically than you're thinking it should be. So you mean that's too short? That needs to be, oh shit. You're saying that it needs to be like bigger, I guess. That makes sense. Well, anyway, I guess for now that's what we've got. I'll have to work on it off stream and see what we can get. So, yeah, just to kind of sum up what's going on, if you missed the first part. This is our roadmap going forward. We're gonna put GGPO in. GGPO is free to use now for anybody, commercial, non-commercial, whatever. They don't care anymore. So we're gonna put GGPO in, and I've got to make a lot of under the hood changes. So it's gonna appear like, oh, nothing's happening for the next couple months. Well, there's a lot happening in the next couple months. It just doesn't look like it because it's all under the hood stuff that's got to change. I got to optimize the game to an insane level to make sure that rollbacks are viable and shit like that. So I posted this up on Twitter and in the Discord and stuff, so you can check that out if you want to read it further. But essentially phase 1's optimizing and getting some other enhancements, and phase 2 is literally throwing in the GGPO code. Yeah, Rollstein. Yeah, that's what I go out with on this playlist. I can't believe that they got a full vocal track into the arcade machine like that. That was really cool. I don't know how they did it. It sounds good too. And then in phase 3, our fourth playable character, who we have not identified yet, will be put in. Roll for the rollback. So you can see what the first 8 characters are in the build. If you download the demo from GameJolt, you can tell who's in it. But I haven't said who the 4th one being worked on is, in what order. So in the next couple weeks, we'll release that information and go forward with that. So that's pretty much it. Now this stream is patron funded. We have we got top patrons to read out. We got Zombie Killer, we got Corporal Chungus, Mike Cruz, Taryn Williams, AJ, and Bryce Nagalinum. So extra super thanks to those guys. And if you too want to be part of the Scrub Army and support the stream and all the stuff that I do, you can check out the Patreon. We've got special beta builds for the projects, including this one. Of course, right now it's the same as the publicly released one, but we won't get into that. But when we do have a new beta build for a few people to try out, like with the GGPO code, that'll be up there on the Patreon first. And we've got code samples, a couple other things, so you can check that out. You can check me out on Twitter. Come yell at me in person on Discord. That's always fun. And that's pretty much it. So I'll see you guys on Thursday. We'll be working on the other platforming game project. And that'll be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll be playing something on Saturday since everything blew up. So I'll see you guys then. Scrub out and have a good one.